Welcome all to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic the schedule of events down is at KOH and Toyotas, then this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name's Tyler, and joining me for another episode of SnailTrail4x4 podcast, Hammers edition, the one and only Hammerjet himself. How are you doing, man?
Hammer lung, more likely.
Hammer lung, Jimmy.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Pretty good. Although next week when we record, we're all going to sound like this.
Hopefully it's not too windy.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not raining. Hopefully it's not snowing. Hopefully it's not too windy. And I'll just say, hopefully it's not sunny, because then I'm not jinxing any of them.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, I'm trying. I was halfway through that. I'm like, I'm just screwing us.
Yeah,
it's going to be this absolute worst weather.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the show, man. How was your weekend?
Good. A lot of fun. We had some family events planned, but they ended up getting canceled. So may or may not have been playing around with my mistress.
Torch? Oh. Okay.
Which got some torched.
Which
got torched a little singed.
So did you come over and help me build antenna masts?
No.
Oh, why not?
I don't need to build a mast when I have a mistress already.
That's fair. That's true. I mean, you could bring her over too.
That's a lot harder. Yeah, bring your mast over to my house.
Okay, that's fair. That's better. I could bring the Carnage welder over, and we could both kind of have a welding party in the shop.
That could be fun.
Yeah. I could have.
Can you hook the Carnage welder up to 110?
Yes, but I don't think it's like a pass-through power.
Sure.
So, and I think it uses power faster than it charges. So, aka not pass-through power.
Right.
But
it doesn't have like an inverter thing in it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Got it.
Yeah. That'd be cool though.
Level 2, Joe.
He's already working on some pretty cool stuff. I need to check in with him because he's been working on it for a while. And so I just need to check in on the updates, but I'm very excited if he figures it all out.
Yeah. I know that the bun welder is kind of playing the same game.
Yeah. Similar, but a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. Yeah. And that one, that burns really hot, really nice.
It does.
So, yeah, if we can implement that in a completely portable, housed, ready to go Pelican case, Joe, we're onto something, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, let's see. What do we got going on today? We've got a monthly giveaway.
Yes, we do.
Which we can't talk about because we don't quite know exactly what it is. I can't talk right now.
I know. You're trying to say all that in one sentence.
Trying to say all that in one sentence and like hiccuping at the same time.
Dang.
I'm sure this is amazing to listen to if you're a listener. We do not know exactly what the giveaway is for February, but we have a few different leads we're following up on while we're down at Hammers this week. So by this time, no, not by this time next week. By Thursday next week, we'll have an answer for you guys on what is going on for this month's giveaway. It's going to be awesome though, whatever option we get to go with. So stay tuned and we'll have that for you guys. We'll also do the winner from January next Thursday as well.
Sure.
So just stay tuned. We just got things kind of on the back burner at the moment while we're playing around down at KOH.
Yep. That's how it goes sometimes.
Having fun on the lake bed in the desert.
I kind of wanted to grab something random out of the warehouse or out of the studio here that actually has a little bit of value, a few dollars of value.
Okay.
And walk around to all the vendors and say, will you trade me for? And just see if I can work my way up to something really cool.
That would be pretty funny. Yeah. Start off with a one chip challenge because those aren't around anymore. So those collectible items. I think they got outlawed.
I don't know. Maybe
or banned or something by the FDA.
Yeah, I'm sure but that was find something that's worth a few bucks here and then go to some booth and be like, will you trade me for this for these two things?
Yeah.
like and say, I'm just trying to trade up to see what I can get, and then we end up giving away a 4,400 vehicle.
I was going to say,
end.
we end up giving away a 4-steer buggy by next week.
Some lucky winner might be able to get one. It might be something from Vanquish, but that kind of buggy.
Yeah.
But Vanquish is going to be down there. So that's exciting news.
Yeah, we'll get to hang out with them a little bit.
Absolutely. I'm going to be just kicking it in their booth, playing with RC cars the whole time.
Where is their booth? I think it's near the Morphlate booth, because I'm one row over from the Vanquish Way or whatever their road is that they sponsor.
Have a whole road?
They sponsored a whole road, like one of the names of the road. So I would imagine their booth is going to be near that road, but in Hammertown.
Shouldn't it have been like Vanquish? Isn't there what's VIA? VIA? Is there a road
designation that starts with V?
Yeah, that starts with V.
Vanquish Velociraptors.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah. But if we do end up with a 4-steer buggy to give away, sorry, I'm going to keep that one.
That's fair. Jimmy will keep it and give you guys $200 in cash.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, here you go. You get, right seat for a day.
I heard Jimmy has a bottle of what is that? HEHTTH Hero. I don't know. Your top choice from the whiskey tasting.
Yeah. I read E.H. Taylor.
E.H. Taylor. He has a bottle E.H. Taylor he's going to give away for the giveaway. It might already have some taken out of it.
It might have one shot left.
Yeah.
I'll make an infinity bottle out of whatever's left over in Jason's trailer.
There you go. We're going to give away Jason's trailer down there.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Anyways, all right. So we'll have a giveaway. That was a long rant, weird way to tell you guys. We'll tell you next week what the giveaway is.
Maybe we'll just give away Lorenzo.
We tried that once.
I know. It got really, really sour the second time it got tried.
It did. Got very sour.
I wasn't even there.
It did not go down well.
No part of that.
I didn't either. I heard it did not go down well. Yeah. Anyways. All right. So the other giveaways we got going on is from reviews. So we got reviews going on all the time over on Apple Podcasts. Just go leave us a review. And once we reach certain milestones, we will give away a fun item. So we're coming up on 800 reviews, which means we'll have an Onyx Elite membership, 1 year subscription to Onyx Off-Road Elite membership. Once we reach 800 reviews, and we'll pull a winner from those 800 reviews. So if you've already left a review because you were trying to win a winch way back when, that means you had a chance to win a winch. You've had a chance to win a bunch of different Onyx Elite memberships. You've had a chance to win some Yokohama tires. And really, the odds are not in your favor. So sorry, but we have more giveaways coming up. At 800, we got another Onyx Elite membership. 850 is another Onyx Elite membership. And then 900 is a really cool minimum $1,000 prize pack from Morphlate. So the chances are never ending. And all you got to do is leave us a review. So cool stuff over there on Apple Podcasts.
Yep. Yeah, go over to Apple Podcasts, leave the review. Tell your friends to leave reviews, because reviews are the big way that helps us get promoted on the whole scheme of things and keeps us getting into people's ear holes so that we
Was that a web developer joke?
No.
The old scheme of things?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
No, I don't think so.
Part of your HTML markup is called your schema.
Okay.
So you have a schema for a web page. And you were talking about going to Apple Podcasts and leaving a review, and that's part of the schema things. I thought you were making a web develop. Anyways, continue, Jimmy.
Nerd alert. I just build trucks.
Sorry. Anyways, continue with what you were saying.
So please leave us a review. Tell your friends to leave us a review. It really goes a long way to help promote the podcast and keep it growing, and allows us to continue to do fun and cool things and give more stuff back to you guys. It's a full circle of things. Is that a term in web development too?
Probably. My brain is elsewhere at the moment.
Thinking about schemas.
So it is, right? All right, cool. So that's giveaway stuff. Like I said, we'll do the winner from January next week as well. So hang tight for that. Anything else, man?
hopefully by now, and I'll work with Tyler on this. Hopefully by now, the tokens are released because I do know that there are some tokens down at King of the Hammers, Johnson Valley area.
There are a few down there. I want to say a few have been found, but we've hidden in total like 7 or 8, 9 different tokens down there. And I want to say like 3 or 4 have been found. So all the GPS coordinates should still be down there. I know one year I did a Morphlate and I think Snail Trail prize pack.
Yeah.
And I hid 3 of them through Onyx Off-Road.
Yeah.
And this is was almost like kind of the test pilot for the token hunt on Onyx. But I put them all into an Onyx folder and then made that folder public. And I got text messages from people with pictures when they found the prize packs. It was kind of fun for the week. So
yeah,
that was cool.
That was neat. You got DMs, not text messages, right?
Same thing.
Sure. Semantics.
Yeah. Schema, whatever.
Yeah. Potato.
Tomato. It's all good.
Yes, exactly.
So I don't know. That was kind of fun. I from how quickly people went out and found those, I think people had a good time with them too. So if you're paying attention to Instagram while you're on the lake bed, I might do that again this year.
Ooh, okay.
But I'm not going to tell you guys when until we say it on Instagram. So
perfect.
Pay attention.
All right. Sounds fun. Yeah. Sounds good. I'm definitely going to be bringing tokens down to hide more.
Same.
So if they aren't released, which they should be, there'll be some to find. And then when we get back home, we can upload the new ones and we'll continue on down the road with new things down in that area.
Sweet.
So find that link in the show notes. I think that's the best place for it for now. So it'll be in the show notes. You can grab the link that will take you to Onyx Off-Road. You have to have Onyx Off-Road to do this. And it'll make a folder in your account. And that folder will show all the locations of all like 30 or 40 tokens that are released right now.
Yep. And it should, if it's done right, which I think I know the process for it. And we've done a couple testings. It's worked out. That folder, when it ends up in your account, should get live updated whenever we update it on our end. So if we take tokens off because they're found or add more tokens, it should all automatically update on your end in your account. So,
yep, exactly. So this is a test run, sort of. We've kind of tested a few things, but never on this scale. So bear with us if something goes askew, but
yeah, we'll figure it out. We're working with Onyx on it. So
yep, it's going to be fun regardless.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else, man?
Nah, I'm ready.
All right, we got a fun episode. So grab your favorite Dang Brothers pizza, and we'll be right on back. I'm looking forward to that next week. That might be the number one thing I'm looking forward to.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to hang out with me.
Not really. No. So we'll be right on back.
At 4-Wheel Underground, we have something for everyone's 79 through 04 Toyota vehicle. Whether you've got a Chevy Dana 60, 05 and up Super Duty, fabricated, FJ80, or mini truck axles, we got you covered. 3-link, 4-link, parallel, and triangulated suspension kits, we've got you covered. Under-bed coilover mounts, through-bed coilover mounts, trailing arms, cantilevers, custom-tuned coilovers, and air bumps, we've got you covered. Frame stiffeners, subframes, skid plates, shock towers, and more to come. Make sure to use coupon code SnailTrail at 4wheelunderground.com because we've got you covered.
Welcome back, everybody. I've been hanging out with my bestest pal ever.
Lies.
That I love hanging out with so much that I get to spend a whole week with him down at King of the Hammers.
Yeah. Dang Brothers.
Yeah, that's Mr. Dang and other Mr. Dang. Those are my pals that I love hanging out with so much. No, anyways, we're like the Morphlate booth is like 6 booths down from Dang Brothers.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be dangerous. Anyways, so let's see. This week is Monday of Ultra 4 week down at King of the Hammers.
Yes, it is.
So we did not do a bunch of series leading up to King OH, like how do you pack? What do you plan for? Blah, blah, blah. This episode is mainly for the people attending KOH as fans, spectators. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. As spectators. So not necessarily for race teams, although some of the information will cross over for race teams if you're going down there. I would hope that if you're a race team racing Ultra 4 week, you already have all this information. You have your week set up already.
Yeah, right.
So this is definitely more for spectators. You're coming down or you're already on the lake bed and you're stealing everybody's bandwidth to listen to this episode. This is kind of like a plan of events for the week, schedule events based on each class and what you may be interested in. So we're kind of categorizing it and breaking it down based on each of the racing classes. So if you're really interested in just everything that has to do with Everyman Challenge, we'll have all that in one segment of the show here. If all you're interested in is Ultra 3, we'll have that in one segment of the show. If all you're interested in is the shootout, we'll have that in one segment. If all you're interested in is 4,400, we'll have all that in another segment. So buckle up, everybody, and please wear your seatbelts out there. Please. Now that I'm saying buckle up, we've seen, a good buddy of ours, Adam, had a really bad accident a few years ago because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and he was like, I'm just driving back to camp. What's the worst that could happen? Shit happens out there, and it happens all the time without you at least knowing it. Have your head on a swivel all the time if you're out on the lake bed. Do not drink and drive. Always wear a seatbelt. And new rule for this year.
Oh,
no fireworks.
No fireworks.
Yep.
And have flags.
Have flags. That has not been a rule or law yet that they're enforcing, but it's very highly requested and encouraged. And it's just smart to do. Yes. There's collisions every year out there. And the best way to help eliminate collisions is make sure you can be seen.
Yes, absolutely.
So, flags are awesome.
Yes. And no fireworks, just to repeat.
No fireworks. So,
and I appreciate that because I like to sleep.
Yeah, right. I'm kind of curious to see how many people are actually going to follow that, because that's a big thing. And
it is.
And I know that the people that are more ingrained with King of the Hammers, the race teams, the pit crews, the people that are down there volunteering, like people that have been going down there for a while, they get it and they understand how important that is.
Right.
But again, the power of scale and how many people are on that lake bed and how many people come down that have no clue about what happens in the background of KOH.
Yep.
I hope, I hope it can all be kept under control and that we don't lose the event, because the 2,000 people that understand what goes on in the background are being nice, but the other 98,000 people are like, I got no clue what's going on. Let's drink and blow fireworks in the air.
Yeah. I'm hoping there was enough publicity in a way on social media to show how urgent and how necessary it is that they have to stop that.
Yeah.
It's a matter, I think it's a battle of society and people regulating themselves. And I don't know how much. I think there's too many people that want to go party and don't care about everything else.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yep.
Regardless, we're going to go down sort of a schedule of events here, class by class. And I think I'll start us off with, we're starting this on, we looked at everything kind of going on from February 1st through February 8th. Right. So that's going to pretty much encompass all of the Ultra 4 stuff. But actually what's happening on February 1st is the Class 11 desert racing.
The unlimited class.
The unlimited class.
Yeah, which is the big T1 trophy trucks.
Trophy trucks going out there February 1st, which I've had the opportunity to watch, and it's a lot of fun. They're crazy. They're fast. They're big. They're powerful. It's wild. So if you actually have the chance, and this would be post when this episode is released compared to when this event happens. But if you were out there for that event, awesome, because that is a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, I agree. The T1 and the unlimited class, those trucks are just phenomenal from how they're put together, the way they sound, how wide. Like it's really. You see them on TV. Like if you watch the Baja 1000 or Vegas to Reno or any of those, it doesn't do justice how big those trucks are.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. How wide they are. They're
super wide. So it's very impressive to look at the suspension setups on those, all the different technology in those. I mean, they're $1 million vehicles.
Oh yeah,
on average. So it's they're very impressive and they're really cool because the unique thing about KOH that not many other race organizations allow and have is the ability for you to walk around the vehicles and get up and close and personal to the vehicles.
Yep.
Check the vehicles out, talk to the drivers and the co-drivers and the pit crews and ask them questions about the vehicle, learn about the stories behind the vehicles. It's just really rad. You don't get that really in any other racing sport. And so that's one of the unique things about KOH. That's really cool. You've got these unlimited class trophy trucks just puttering around town at times. Like it's really, really cool. So, if you're going down there on the 1st, a little early ahead of the crowds on Sunday, it's a cool time. So.
Absolutely. For sure. So that's a fun one. And that's the conclusion of that. So they had, I'm sure they had, qualifyings and all kinds of other stuff going on. So, where do you want to go next?
I would like to say after that, there's a unique shift on the lake bed that happens after Trophy Truck Weekend.
Absolutely. I agree.
And so if you're coming down for Ultra 4 week, and you're coming down early, it's always fascinating to me to watch this shift happen. I think I've only been down on the lake bed maybe 2 years that I've been able to watch this shift happen.
I'm only one for me.
And so what happens is during Trophy Truck Weekend, which is the second week of King of the Hammers.
Right. First week is King of the Motos.
Yep. Second week is Trophy Trucks. Third week is Ultra 4. But that second weekend during Trophy Truck Weekend, like all of LA and the whole desert racing scene in Southern California empties out of LA and the surrounding areas and comes to Johnson Valley. It's a lot of people.
Yes.
I would argue it might be more people than the Ultra 4 week. It's
you think?
Packed.
Okay.
It gets packed. And then when Monday hits, Monday and Tuesday, the lake bed empties.
Right.
And it's this really crazy just watching this transition happen where all the off-road desert racing people are leaving the lake bed and all the Ultra 4 people come into the lake bed. And it's a very distinct shift that happens, and it's different people, it's different mentalities, it's different mindsets too, different personalities. And it's a very unique thing, I think, to watch happen, and be aware that it does happen as well. So if you're down there a little early, watch that happen. It's kind of fun. It's very interesting. And if you are part of the crew that's coming down just for Ultra 4 week and you're coming in on, say, Tuesday or Wednesday of Ultra 4 week here, just realize that 100,000 people just left the lake bed. I don't know if it's that many. 80,000 people just left the lake bed, and another 80,000 people are coming into the lake bed. So just be aware of that traffic as you're arriving. And there's a little bit of a crossover, especially on that Monday. So,
okay. Yeah. And it's fun if you get down there during that transition, you're driving in and you're seeing all these trophy trucks and big names leaving. It's kind of wild.
Yep.
So I think let's go to UTV next.
Okay.
Cause kind of UTV is the next major race, I think I would say, in line up there.
Yep.
So, let's see. So key activities for the UTV people that are out there. You have qualifying on Monday.
And which class is the UT? That's 4,900, correct?
I always get mixed up on these damn numbers.
I'm pretty sure it's the 4,900 would be UTV.
Okay. Yeah. And it does say that there's pro, stock, and youth available for those.
I didn't know they had a UTV.
I didn't either. Yeah. That is interesting.
Yeah.
So let's see. So qualifying is on Monday. So if you're part of the UTV scene and you want to watch the UTV racing or UTV qualifying, you need to be there before Monday. Yep. Because your stuff is starting on Monday.
Yep.
They do have a power hour, just like the big dogs do. Yep. And that's Monday afternoon. So once again, you need to get down there as early as you can in the week. Let's see. Tech and contingency is on Wednesday. That's where they're getting checked out, making sure their vehicles are right. They are allowed to do the main race by that point.
A lot of tech and contingency is a lot of fun because they line up for tech and contingency through town.
Right.
And so this is your opportunity to walk through town and check out all the UTVs. What does Jason call them? The rubber band
douche coops.
Rubber band douche coops. So it's your opportunity to walk through town and literally walk by a UTV, talk to the driver, talk to the co-driver, ask them questions about the vehicle. Some of the pit crews are usually going to be there as well because they're waiting to get through tech. And so usually tech will have questions, ask them to explain stuff, etc. So pit crews are usually there. It's a really cool opportunity to be up close and personal with all these race teams. So tech and contingency, in my opinion, like qualifying is kind of cool to watch in person, but also not, you don't get a good view. Like I would argue if you have a Starlink back at camp, like watch the live feed of qualifying from back at camp. Tech and contingency, it's really neat to get up off your ass and go down into town and just walk through town while tech and contingency is going on.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree. It is really cool. And that happens with all the classes.
Yep.
And I think one of the fun spots or fun times is just checking out all the rigs, seeing how different they are to each other, seeing what's similar, looking at ways that they're built or how they're designed. A bummer side of it is if you're up trying to talk to a vendor and you're next to one of the big vehicles and they start their engine to move forward, you can't talk to them for a little while.
You just wait for that car to move.
Yeah, but it is fun.
Yep.
So let's see, continuing on real quick. So Monday is qualifying. Monday afternoon is power hour. Wednesday is tech and contingency. And then Thursday is their big race.
Yep.
So if you want to watch the big race for the UTVs, you have to be there before Thursday.
Yep.
Fun fact or fun knowledge, a little bit of knowledge. If you watched last year's, more or less a UTV won the big race last year. I mean, it was
the 4400,
the 4400 class, right? It was changed from. I'm actually not sure if it was the same UTV used in the UTV race and the 4400 race.
That's a good question. If they rebuilt it or did stuff to it,
but I do know they changed at minimum the tires on the vehicle because there is the limit of I think 37s on the UTVs, and I think they went to 40s
on the
UTVs for the big dog race.
Wow.
I don't know if they changed anything else, but I'm saying that because these guys are just as crazy, just as wild as the big dogs are.
Yeah.
And they proved it last year by winning the big dog race.
Yeah. They came in first on position, but second or third on corrected time, something like that.
No, they won.
They won.
I think he got second. I think it was the other way. If I'm trying to remember, it was the other way around, where he got second, but he won on corrected time.
Really? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, Kyle Cheney. I think it was Kyle Cheney won.
I know it was Kyle Cheney. The driver was in the question.
I think he got first overall.
I'm going to fact check that real quick.
Google it.
Yep. According to Google, Kyle Cheney won.
Yep.
And I went a little deeper into the Maxxis website.
Okay.
Because apparently he was running some Maxxis tires.
Okay.
On the Can-Am Maverick R is what the car was.
Can I pause you right there? I want to go back and correct myself also, and since we were doing a little research, the 4900 series looks like they can run a max of 35-inch tires for the pro modified UTVs, and he went to 37s for the Ultra 4 race.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
cool.
Okay, go on.
So yeah, he came in first place. It was ultimately the winner.
Yeah.
Turns out he had a 30-minute lead over second place.
Wow.
In final corrected time.
That's impressive.
According to the Maxxis website.
Okay.
And that person was JP Gomez.
Yep.
Second place. So we know how JP rides, how he drives. So it's that's impressive.
Yeah.
So
while you were looking that up and doing your fact correcting, I also looked up and this is AI saying it. I asked AI what Kyle Cheney did to his Can-Am Maverick R from the 4900 series to the 4400 series. It says a front end re-engineering to fit 37-inch tires. A front end chassis upgrade to handle the extra weight and suspension tuning, performance upgrades, and the larger wheels and tires. So really, I mean, all in all, it sounds almost the same, except maybe a little bit of maybe some different A-arms or something like that. But I know he's running the weird Can-Am that has the funky A-arms that goes over the tire, or like it limits the suspension some. Like, I forgot how to explain that. It has this weird arm that is arced, and it really limits what tire size you can put on the Can-Am because of the way that the suspension goes.
The arm goes.
Yeah, the way that it arcs up and over.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. So I think it's the upper control arms, like funky twisted. Okay. Anyway, regardless, the point of all of this was that the UTV won the 4400 class, and so to watch these guys race is a lot of fun. It's a hell of an event. They're going crazy fast, doing crazy things as well. We all talk about 4400 as the big dogs, but I think the UTV class is actually showing just as much potential as being crazy and wild.
Do you think there's going to be more? So since Kyle won last year, do you think there's going to be more UTV signups in the 4400 this year?
I don't know. One thing that I'm really curious to see this year is, and I don't think the wave will hit this year as much as it might in the slight future.
Okay.
Is since the UTV won, how much are people going to put into their vehicles of like weight reduction, a little bit smaller, don't need quite as much horsepower. Like, there's a lot of things.
Increasing power to weight ratios,
weight ratios and appropriate, like, articulation, you know? And I think there's a really big argument to like going more that direction than saying I've got 1,000 horsepower and this really big, crazy, nasty thing where like, obviously this UTV proved that they can do it too. And it's not a big, nasty, crazy thing.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I think that's the whole theory behind the bomber. Yeah. The bomber chassis and the bomber cars is keep it as simple and lightweight as possible, with a big old engine and big axles and drivetrain kind of thing. And then you've got, the, just take the, Campbells as, I don't want to say the opposite end, but they are definitely bigger, heavier cars with a lot more stuff going on with them. Right. And then kind of in the middle, I think you have like what the Gomez's drive. Yeah. Which is kind of these little single seater, tiny chassis, tiny cab little things, but
still weigh a lot.
They're still way more than a bomber, but I don't think they're as much as like the Campbell cars.
Yeah, probably not.
So, I don't know. It's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what people have come up with between last year and this year. Supposedly Eric Wicks has a screaming car.
Yes.
I've heard news that it's been clocked going over 140 miles an hour through the desert.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey podcast, and they were saying that they're putting bets on him as winning this year.
Really? Yeah. Winning. I don't know. I'm always like, I know a little bit about what he's put into that car. I know a little bit about how much money he's put into that car. And I think it has a really good chance to podium, but also it's a lot of new technology in that car. Okay. And how much of that has been race tested and really can stand the abuse of hammers. So it's definitely, I think that one's going to be the car to watch this year. Just kind of like a few years, was it 2 years ago? Jason Shear had a new car and he was leading the race the entire day. Yeah. And then right at the end, it fell apart.
That's how it goes sometimes.
So yeah, I think Eric Wicks's car is going to be definitely one to watch this year. That car is very, very impressive. If he can keep it together, he has a good chance, but I don't know, man, new technology never really does well on the lake bed. Right. So, anyways, all right. So back to UTV class, we have, the main race for 4,900 UTVs on Thursday. Right. Are they doing other stuff on Friday, Saturday, anything like that?
Saturday they got something, but the awards show for the awards ceremony for UTVs is also Thursday afternoon.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's this, I don't know quite enough about this.
Yeah, sounds new. I haven't heard of this before.
Yeah. And so we might be a little bit talking out of our ass, but there's an optional lap 3 experience going on. I'm not sure how you get into it. I'm not sure if all drivers have access to this. I'm not sure exactly entirely what it is, but what it sounds like is on Saturday evening after the course is closed for the 4,400 race.
Course is called cold.
Well, and then it's called cold. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Some other racers have the opportunity to go out and run lap 3 of the 4,400 circuit.
Yep. And this is what's really confusing to me. It's listed here as 6 p.m. is when that starts.
Right.
I know from running recovery in the past and having to wait until courses called cold to go run up Fisher Mountain to grab radio gear, that typically doesn't happen until like 8 to 10 p.m.
Right.
And and they're saying it's on lap 3, which means lap 3 is going to be still very active at 6 p.m. in my opinion.
And there's still a lot of people, and I mean, racers are going through this as well, right? Mm-hmm. Because once the course is called cold,
you're out wheeling.
People are out wheeling, but then there's also people that are just trying to finish the race. Yep. And there's going to be a lot of that happening.
Yep, exactly.
So maybe they're making sure that they start at the start of lap 3 and do the lap, and hopefully all the racers are ahead of that at that point.
Yeah. I'm
not sure. I don't know enough about that, but
we may have to call Rhea, see if he's not too busy already.
Yeah,
but
we can do that.
It's
right now.
No, not necessarily now. We can shoot him a text and then maybe give people an update once we're down on the lake bed kind of thing about what lap 3 was.
Sure.
But yeah, this lap 3 experience is listed under the UTV as well as
EMC,
which is the next category.
I think where we're going to head off to next. Sounds good. All right. You want to take this one?
Oh man, this is the bigger one to talk about.
I know. That's why I give it to you.
Okay. So EMC day or EMC class, I should say, down at King of the Hammers is called that because the Everyman Challenge. And what that literally comes down to is that anybody can go race this. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of money, little money. There's, you want to race a side-by-side. You want to race a kind of a stockish more class. You want to race more of
an old 4,400 vehicle that doesn't qualify anymore.
Yep. So there's lots of different options, and I used to think that this was called the Everyman Challenge because it's supposed to be geared towards the everyman, right? The everyman guy that, maybe you don't have all the money to race the unlimited, but you know how to wrench on shit, and so you can enter car if you really want to race. And therefore, the factory-backed teams in the Everyman Challenge class was not fair.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And actually talking to Chris Rhea, that was kind of what changed my mind, opened my eyes about what the Everyman Challenge is really about. And it's literally about how anybody can go race. And in my case, then, in my opinion, it should be called the Everybody Challenge. Because... it's not.
Doesn't sound as good though.
It doesn't sound as good, but it's also like the Everyman Challenge. I think has different connotations.
Everybody
than the every
welcome
person challenge. Yeah. The participation trophy challenge. No, I'm going to get some heat on that one. Anyway, so the EMC race, that is the classes that encompass the 4,500 modified.
Okay.
Which is essentially your tub of your vehicle and your chassis are a vehicle, right? It's frame rails. It's not a tube chassis, etc. You still have a mechanical linkage in your steering. You're limited on your shock package, etc. But outside of like the main tub of your cab, you can do other things with your frame, right?
Okay.
So the main part of that is it's a stock modified. So your main part of where the passengers are going to be sitting and all stuff is going to be roughly stock. And then you can do other fun things as you get outside of that.
Okay. I like it. So pretty much from firewall or like the back of the cab.
Yeah. Yep.
Have fun.
Yep. The 4,600.
I guess that would be Samantha if I entered Samantha.
Yeah. Samantha would qualify, I think, for the 4,500 roughly.
Because it wouldn't be stock because I'm linking it. Because the stock class, which is the 4,600, you have to stick similar things that it came factory with.
Yep. So if your truck came with IFS, you have to keep it IFS to run in the stock class. You cannot solid axle it or anything. So,
or vice versa. If you're a solid axle, you can't change it to IFS.
Yep. And the shock package is even more limited than the modified class. You're pretty limited to single monotube shocks.
Right.
Kind of thing in that class. So that one's really fun because you're not allowed to do a whole lot to the vehicle to get it ready. So it really is kind of dependent on choosing the right platform from a vehicle factory to start with and try and build into this race vehicle. So,
we've had a few people on in here in the past, Mean Street Racing. I'm thinking of particularly, they're a 4600 class. Yep.
So the, oh my God, I'm blanking on the names now. Our Nissan guys.
Oh yeah. I forgot them.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh God.
Sorry,
I literally was just thinking about you guys the other day too. Anyways, our Nissan buddies, we've had talking to, some Australians that were trying to enter, a patrol into it.
Still don't think they made it out this year.
No, Fars Motorsports. I think they try and run in the 4600 stock. Okay. I'm not sure if they're in 45 or 46. So there's a bunch of different, I believe the P&W Jeep Cast, I think they've rebranded. They're not the Jeep Cast anymore. I think there's something else. But they were running, I think, in 4500.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. So they had a modified rig. So those are the couple of the funner classes that are more like it's not necessarily going to be a factory. Oh, I don't know. The stock class ends up having some factory back teams. So, so 45, 46, and then there's 4800.
Yeah.
Which is considered the quote unquote legends class.
I think this one's getting smaller and smaller every year.
I think there's less and less people getting into that one. I think that more and more people are getting into UTVs or getting up into unlimited, the 44s. But the 4800 Legends class was originally designed as like the 4400 cars that could no longer make tech. So they kind of got grandfathered down into the 4800 class and you could race them there. But like the cars that people are building for the 4800 class are really impressive cars still. I mean, Slauson built a 4800 car and raced it and won the 4800 class. And then Amber ran it the next day in the 4400 class and didn't do too shabby with it.
No,
so,
and I think all they did was move her seat forward.
I think so too. Yeah. They put a phone book in there for a couple phone books.
The pedals.
Yeah.
Like if I were to try to drive it.
Tiny legs.
Yep.
So yeah, the 4800s class is no joke. It's quote unquote the legends class, but there's some really impressive cars that are in the 4800 class. Some really impressive engineering that goes into that class as well. So it's always fun to go look around those cars too. And then the EV class.
I don't know if there is going to be any EV this year. I haven't heard.
You don't think Test 10's running this year?
They caught on fire last I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
I think it was shortly after KOH this last year. So 2025.
They've had a year to rebuild.
Has it been that? Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think they are. And I haven't heard if the Forerunner, what's his face's Forerunner that Wheeling Wine and Whiskey interviewed that used to be Bailey Cole's Forerunner.
Yeah.
Shoot. I'm lost his name as well, but I haven't heard if he's running that either. So I don't know if there is any EV going, but if it is, this is the day that it'll be on.
Supposedly, I've also heard that
we got to get Rivians involved.
Get some Rivians involved. I've heard rumor, and we kind of saw this come up in our research, but we couldn't find much details about it, of an Ultra One.
Yeah.
Event going on, which is supposedly like essentially an EV shootout on Chocolate Thunder.
I heard it's a one-wheel race.
Oh, really?
Down Chocolate Thunder.
That's going to be disastrous.
I'm going to enter lead.
Oh my God. That'd be hilarious.
But I also don't understand that because that said, and this is a little off this day's. Well, actually, I think it might have happened this day as well, but it's supposed to happen like at 10 a.m. on, is it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday?
Yeah, it was like a 10 a.m. At least Friday. I think it was Friday, Saturday is what it was listed as on Chocolate Saturday? Thunder. And I'm like, there's no way that's happening.
Right. And so I don't exactly understand how that is happening, but yeah,
unless they're not planning on using Chocolate Thunder for the race this year, which doesn't make sense to me. But if they're planning fun events daily on Chocolate Thunder instead of the race,
maybe they don't expect anyone to get there by then.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so for the EMC class, which are, or EMC
day
class, which is all these different classes, right? On Sunday, February 1st, there's nothing, no activities, nothing going on. Monday is EMC qualifying. And so that's going on pretty much all day long, and that encompasses all the classes. And then Tuesday is Power Hour.
Okay.
And that's when the big names of the 4800 class, pretty much, maybe a couple 45, 46s get in there too. But kind of the big names from EMC end up going, and they're fun to watch because they typically put on a show. They're going balls out, and they know the course, they know their cars, they know what they're capable of. They're veterans, so they put on a show for people. That's part of Power Hour. So that's going on Tuesday evening, afternoon, 3 to 4:40 p.m. is what's listed. My guess would be 3 to 5. Let's see, Thursday. So nothing Wednesday. Wednesday is typically an off day for them.
Yep.
To kind of reset the cars after qualifying, work out any bugs.
UTV race.
UTV's on Thursday.
UTV race was, it is on Thursday. Yeah. You're right.
So not much going on Wednesday, I guess.
This is why sometimes it's not the best to separate everything like this. Wednesday is qualifying for the 4400 series.
There you go. Yep.
So go on.
All right. So Thursday is the EMC Tech and Contingency, right? So Wednesday is UTV Tech and Contingency. There's going to be a bunch of side-by-sides throughout town. Thursday is EMC Tech and Contingency. So there's going to be a bunch of stock modified classes, stock classes, and 4800 class cars throughout town all day Thursday. So again, that's a really fun time to be in town, is when Tech Contingency is going on.
Yeah.
Come around. If you like looking at vehicle engineering, want to talk to the teams about the choices they made, like, why'd you set up your steering this way? I've never seen a steering system set up this way before. There's some really clever ways that people have found to engineer some cool things in conjunction with the rule book. I'll put it that way. So, Thursday, that's Tech and Contingency for EMC. Friday is EMC Day. That's when the big race happens for EMC. So the course is hot. Nobody's allowed to be out on the race course. And please, I think it goes without saying, don't go on the race course during qualifying days either.
Yeah. Every year there's somebody random on the race course somewhere, and we hear it across a radio.
Yeah.
So just download OnX Off-Road, download the maps, then you'll know where the race course is and where you should stay away from and where you're allowed to go.
Yes. So anyways, Friday, EMC Day. They start early. I think they're off the line at 8 a.m. is when the first ones start. And then they run throughout the day. And they only do 2 laps. So they're not doing 3. So it's not quite as long of a day as the 4400 race day, which is Saturday. But that still goes pretty late. Like, you're still looking at course gets called cold 6 to 8 p.m., somewhere in that range, typically on EMC Day. So pretty much anybody left out on lap is technically wheeling. They're rec wheeling now. They're not racing, but a lot of those teams that are still out there, some of them still try and go around and finish. So just be cognizant of them. Technically they are rec wheeling, but be nice, get out of their way. You're really rec wheeling. They're trying to challenge themselves. Right. So, just be aware of that even when course is called cold, no matter what race day it is, there's still cars and teams out on the courses. So you have to have your head on the swivel at all times.
Yes.
Because they don't always know that course is called cold. They in their minds, they're still racing. So
yeah, they've also been racing at that point for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So their brain has been rattled around a little bit.
Yeah. Friday afternoon, after the first big chunk of finishers come in from EMC Day, will be the award ceremony. So it's slated for 4 p.m. Should probably still happen at around that time. But what's really cool, one of the cool things about as they finish up the race day, as they come across the stage, a lot of them get to go and park their vehicles out in the courtyard, quote unquote, for Hammertown around the bonfire pits.
Yes.
And so that's another great time to sit around and, again, socialize with the drivers, see what kind of shape the cars are still in after a 12-hour train wreck. It's another really fun time to be in Hammertown, is to check out the cars as they're coming across the stage. So.
I always like to look at the front diff.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yep.
See how many gouges are up there.
Uh-huh. And then on Saturday, again, we have this note to the lap 3 experience. And supposedly EMC is going to be partaking in that along with UTVs. And that's slated for 6 p.m. to start at 6 p.m. on Saturday, which again, be very cognizant of that. Based on our experiences down there, course is not called cold on Saturday until like closer to 8 to 10 p.m. So we're still not sure what that is. We're going to check in with Rhea and see what he knows, but, be aware of that and just be aware of what the condition of the course, the status of the course before you go thinking that there's some EMC experience that you get to play around with and play along with. So,
yeah. Would you say there are more racers or vehicles that race EMC than 4400?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too.
I want to say the biggest race day is Thursday in the UTV.
Oh, you think so?
I want to say at least the last time I was down there, which was 2 years ago, there was 150, 160 UTVs and like 120 to 140 EMCs.
Wow.
And then 80 to 90 4400s.
Okay.
Unlimiteds, something like that. It was in that range.
Got it.
But yeah, I think there's more EMC than on 4400.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, because I thought the EMC had the most overall, because it's just, that's the day that you're seeing the most people leaving the line and the most people finishing.
Yeah.
Because there's more people out there. It's also the day that there's the most carnage out on the track,
Yes.
out on the racetrack. So It's just a wild day. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of, down to earth people out on the race course. And it's just really cool to see how people deal with things, how they're racing, how they deal with, handling their vehicles, or if they're pushing it, or if they're playing conservatively or what. It's a really fun day.
Yep, I agree. So that's Friday. That's EMC class.
Yeah.
The last class we have to talk about is
4400.
4400, which is the Race of Kings, the unlimited class down at KOH. And 4400 stuff kind of kicks off on Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely does. Pulling it up. Here we go. Yeah. Qualifying's on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Power Hour, which the big dogs come out to. This is when the big show happens. It's a lot of fun to spectate. I'm not sure exactly where they're doing it this year.
I'm not sure either. I never know until the day of qualifying. Where they're doing it. Really.
Yeah. I always like it when they do it in Chocolate Thunder, because it's a very great spot for people to spectate, and you can just watch all these massive wild cars going out and having fun. I do know that sometimes just people don't care to be a part of Power Hour, and they would rather not put their vehicle through something like that, and would rather keep it ready for just race day. So it's always a mix bag to see who's out there, but typically it's some of the big names out there for sure.
Yeah, Power Hour will typically be like some of the Gomez's, Slauson, Shearer, Healy, Von Gittin will probably be in Power Hour, Campbell's, there's all the big names, and, previous past Kings pretty much get an entry into Power Hour. So yeah, those are the guys that have been around forever. They know what's going on. They know how their car handles. They're very used to the sport. Veterans, they've been out here doing it a long time, and they usually put on a show. It's impressive to see their decisions that they make and how they handle the vehicles.
Yep. Friday, like Tyler's talked about in the past, Friday is a great day to be in town.
Yeah.
Because not only is a lot going on with racers finishing EMC, but it's also tech and contingency for the big racers, 4400 ones. And they're rolling through town to go to do tech and get their vehicles checked out. And they're just putting through Hammertown, and you're standing next to them, and then all of a sudden you feel like your heart skip a beat.
Yep.
They roll right behind you or whatever. It's a pretty good, fun time. They also line up at the tech area, so you get a good chance to walk around, check everything out, talk to the drivers if their engine's off. Yeah. And if you know them, just wave at them, say hi. If you're a lady, blow them a kiss. They'll like that.
Yeah. So yeah, Friday is a good time to be in town as well. Like we said, Saturday then comes down to the Race of the Kings.
Yes, it does.
What this whole event started off of 15 years ago now?
20
years ago?
So, and see, I have a hard time saying that because I'm pretty sure in the very limited research I've done, I think 2007 was the unscripted race.
Okay.
It was the like test run race.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
Okay.
And so technically it's not the first, wasn't King of the Hammers yet.
Okay.
It was like just this other race.
Yeah.
And I think 2000.
People were just like, let's see how fast we can get through all these different rock trails.
Was it, or 2026.
Okay.
So I think it was 2006 was like the first unofficial race when they were like, yeah, let's get a bunch of guys together and hit a bunch of rock trails and see how long it takes us.
Yeah.
Right. And then I think in 2007, they actually got everybody together.
Okay.
To
crown a king of the Hammer Trails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we fact check that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, we're going to call you. So, Saturday is the Race of Kings. So, you've got 3 laps going on. They do 1 lap of desert and then 2 laps of brutal rock trails. They start off the line at 8 a.m. And they, same way everybody else starts, it's groups of 2 cars at a time, split up every 30 seconds, I believe it is. So 30 seconds, 2 cars take off, 2 more pull up to the line, and after 30 seconds, they're given the green flag to go, and repeat that process until all the cars are off the line. And so that will go on all day long. I want to say the finishers, I don't know what time Kyle Chaney came in last year, but finishers typically are coming in around 12:30 to 1 p.m. So I want to say the like UTV and EMC day finishers are typically coming in 11:30 noon, maybe up to noon 30, but it seems like a unlimited class day. They come in, 1:30ish, somewhere around that time. So if you're around Hammertown, they have awesome live coverage. They've got great video feeds. If you're at home, the YouTube live coverage that King of the Hammers puts on is amazing. So definitely check all those out and stay up to date on when they're coming through. But it's always fun to go out to the key spectator spots. Like if they're doing backdoor, if they're going up Chocolate Thunder, there's a couple other trails right there next to Chocolate Thunder. They could be going up or down. There's different areas where you can go and spectate. There's places to go and spectate out in Cougar Buttes. So there's a lot to go and spectate, but make sure if you want to check the finishers coming across the finish line that you're back in town. I would say to be safe at noon 30 and then hang out and wait and see when the first finishers start coming through. So
got it. Okay. So my research shows that the first race, the unofficial OG13 race, happened in 2007 and the first actual King of the Hammers happened in 2008.
Okay.
So I don't know why they're saying this is the 20th. So
I don't know.
I guess there's more information out there than I have.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if the OG13 race happened in 2007.
Yeah. The next year would be the 20th.
Next year should be the 20th.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there supposedly like 2 years they did the OG13?
I don't think so.
Quote unquote.
Not in the research I've done.
Okay.
So I've done a very minor research because I actually want to do a history of the King of the Hammers.
Okay.
And I've started a document on a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And I haven't found that. I haven't never seen that. So I've only seen that in the first OG13 race, the one where they were like joking about it, happened in 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the very first King of the Hammers.
Crown a King.
Yeah. King of the Hammers race to crown a king happened in 2008.
Okay.
So I don't know why they're calling it 20th.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll find that out on the lake bed this year, I'm sure.
Cool.
Or I will ask Dave Cole myself.
Yeah, right. Just find him, track him down.
Yeah.
Dave, we need to know this. Well, cool. So that's the lineup for 4,400.
Yeah. Thanks for covering that.
Yep.
Let's see. We have some honorable mentions as well. I'm out of the app, so you want to pull that up?
Yeah. The honorable mentions. Let's see. So
here we go.
There's a kids Ultra 4.
Yeah, the kids race.
KOH Kids 170 short course.
Yeah.
Which is this new?
Kind of.
Okay.
They've been doing it. They have it out at Prairie City.
I know about the Prairie City race.
And I think they did it last year. I don't know if they've done it, how many years they've done it.
Okay.
But it is semi-new. And there, I think is it only 170cc engine? Is that sort of
that would be my guess?
The rule for what? It's a super small engine, very small little cab. I know that Edwin's kid races it.
Oh, funny.
And I know that Trent's kid races in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so maybe we'll have to try to get the kids. We'll get the kids on after that race and talk about it. So what day is that? It's early
February
week.
On Monday is tech and contingency.
Okay.
So Monday 2 to 5 p.m. is tech and contingency on those, and then the race is on Tuesday.
Tuesday evening, I see. Yeah. Okay. Family friendly, good kid event, racing around the short course area there.
Yep.
So that'll be pretty cool and a lot of fun.
And then when you're done with that, head over to Ultra 3.
Yeah.
So
exactly. There's something called a Hoop DX at Hammers short course.
Yeah, I have no clue. I have not heard about this one at all.
Neither have I. Evening short course race, fun, catatonic, very Hammertown. Typically, it's on Thursday and Friday nights. I don't know much else about it.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's the Hammertown experience.
Mm-hmm.
You can always just go out into Hammertown. There's also the VIP experience, which I don't think's on our list that we've made. But that is, you actually get to go backdoors with or behind the scenes with some of the race teams and maybe get a ride and go out and explore and get a cool experience of being VIP for the most part. Yeah. I wonder if the beer booth's going to be back now that we're talking about all that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's really about it. I'm kind of curious what that Hoop DX thing is.
I'm kind of curious too. I kind of want to go watch that.
Yeah, sounds like it might be fun. We'll figure out what that is at another point. We'll report back, of course, in a week, in a day or so, a few days later. Next Thursday, we'll probably do a whole cover of our adventure down at King of the Hammers or the following Thursday. And report back if we don't have too many interviews going on, which is a goal of mine to get a few interviews down there. So we're going to definitely have a good time. I'm looking forward to hanging out with, my best bud.
Yeah. Lee Lim.
Love Lee. That guy's awesome. Yep. We're camping up at the Hammertown Heights Estates, or we're going to make our own little side wart or zit off of their area. Our own little circle of the MFers and Snail Trail. Yeah. And maybe we'll invite Lee as well.
And actually, Lee will be with us too.
From what Lee's gonna, I don't know for a fact what is it race team 718?
718?
718.
I think that's Ultra 4s.
Ultra 4s. Lee's helping pit and crew with them. So, but the rumor is they're going to be in our camp. So, I don't know whether where they're going to be, if they're going to be have a tent down in
town, a garage,
or if they're going to be up at camp. So, Lee might be out there with us or not.
Okay.
I kind of hope they are, because I like seeing those guys. I like seeing Rodney. I know Rodney's like crew chief for those guys, which is awesome. Good for you, Rodney. But love to see you guys. Regardless, I'm going to try to stop by and see them and say hi.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Sweet. I think it's going to be a fun week next week. There's always a lot to do down there.
Oh, gosh.
You're not going to be able to do it all. You're not going to be able to see it all. If you've never been down, be prepared. It's long nights, early mornings. You get hammer lung, which is essentially just dust accumulating in your lungs, and you can't talk by the end of the week. You're dead tired by the end of the week. You have dirt and sand in every single orifice in your body and in your car. So yeah, it's all worth it, and it's a really good time each year. It's a fun experience. The nightlife is another world. And hope to see you guys down there. So
definitely. We have a plethora of King of the Hammers covered content on here. So
yes, we do.
I was like, oh, I'll shout out if you hear right at the end. I under the SnailTrail4x4 podcast, I searched King of the Hammers and it came up with 26 episodes. Now that does cover random, like if I put it in the description, and interviews and everything. So there's a whole bunch of them. I think I'll just shout out episode 572, King of the Hammers Prep, top 5 things. That's definitely one you guys should check out.
That was a good one, yeah.
We have a bunch of other ones. First days down at the King of the Hammers. We have another King of the Hammers Prep at 471. Let's see, just trying to scroll through here real quick. 366, King of the Hammers to-do list.
Yum.
So there's a whole bunch of them. I'll roll through these as well and put some down in the show notes, the descriptions there. But if you are looking for some good King of the Hammers content as you're driving down to King of the Hammers, just do a quick search. We have a whole bunch of it.
Yep, we do. So cool. It'll be a fun week for us down there. If you guys are on the lake bed, hit us up. If we get the DM or message coming through, we'll let you know where we're at. I will be down over at the Morphlite booth most of the time. I think Tuesday, Wednesday will not be, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I will be. So come check it out. Come by the booth, say hi. It's booth number 8. We're over by the media tent this year.
Okay.
So come by and check us out there. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it, man.
Yeah. I don't think we've announced it enough or have presented enough. So we're declining to do a night run,
an official
night run.
Yeah.
We just didn't have a great option of timing. We've got a few things going on in the evenings that we need to attend to as well.
Yeah.
And so we're not going to do it, but maybe we'll throw up a Thursday or Friday time to do like a meet and greet in the Morphlite booth or something. And maybe we can get a few Dang Brothers and pizzas and we've
done that in the past. And it's worked out pretty good.
Seemed out pretty good. We'll grab a few pizzas, do a few posts to tell you where we're going to be at what time, and come and say hi. I think that'll be a good way to round some people up.
Yeah, be cool. Sweet. If you guys have any feedback on the show, want to know more about some of the classes, hit us up, and we can always reach out to some of our KOH experts that we know. We've got a lot of good buddies that partake in KOH and have a long history with KOH. So very knowledgeable guys that probably should have been doing this episode instead of us. But, hey, we're here. We're doing it. So we're having fun. You can give us a call. Leave us a voicemail. 916-345-4744 is that number. You can also reach us on DMs through Instagram. I'll be at 4x4 Toyota Tyler. Jimmy's over at SnailTrail4x4. And maybe you can get a hold of us down Lake Bed that way. And then there's irate 4x4 to get into the monthly giveaways. There's the reviews over on Apple Podcasts. There's Facebook. There's all sorts of good ways to get a hold of us. So check those out if you want to. We have made it available. So anything else, man?
I don't think I think that's it. For the most part, I'm excited to have some fun and go down to the lake bed, get a little bit of camping in. So it'll be a good time.
Not glamping?
I'm sort of glamping. I am.
All right. And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Okay.
What is the worst thing you're likely to find in a school cafeteria?
Dead animals.
That's pretty bad.
In a school cafeteria, the worst thing to find, kids' fingers. Severed fingers.
Yeah, that could be pretty bad.
Like Banana Man.
Yeah.
From Memorial Day a few years back.
Sure.
His finger laying out in the dirt the next day. I don't know what.
It's definitely the food.
Children's cafeteria. I can think of other worse things than the food.
Yeah. What if the fingers are in the food?
That's fair. Finger food.
Finger food. I'll tell you this: the mini assistant will not eat any school food.
Really?
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
Oh,
yeah.
Bummer.
which means we have to make a lunch. But she's old enough now. She's making her own.
Good.